All right, so I just saw a video on someone getting an honorary degree or a doctorate's degree. And it's a semi famous person who, you know, so everybody had something to say because, this person has a honorary doctorate's degree. And some people didn't even know what an honorary degree is. It's basically if you've done work in the field, but you didn't go to school for it, but it's sufficient enough to where a university says, you know what, you don't need to, do all the studies, buy all the books, pay for the classes, pay for, goodness, there's just so much to pay for it, registration, all this other stuff. You don't have to do all that. You've done enough work in the field to where we think that you've earned a doctorate's degree. And then they give you one. And so now people have to address you as Dr. So-and-so. Now, when I graduated, with a bachelor's, I only have a bachelor's. I don't have a doctorate's. I saw someone get an honorary doctorate's degree. And my feeling was mixed just like everybody else's. For one, what did this person do? For them to, equate what was their, field of study and what did they do to equate a doctorate's degree? I was interested, like what? And two, I like the classroom experience. I like the whole learning experience, even the negatives. Some teachers you don't like, some students you don't like. But nonetheless, you had it. It's an experience that, you have for the rest of your life. I like the learning experience. I like the raising of the hand. I like learning something. I like when some of the students already know it and then they're teaching and it's like, wow, I didn't know that perspective of, mitosis, meiosis, or whatever. So that's how I look upon honorary degrees, but there are some people who've just done so much. It's like, I don't see why they wouldn't have at least a bachelor's degree. People like Missy Elliott. Nobody can get on Missy's page and you got a doctorate degree. It's like, come on. Missy's been in the game for so many years. She's topped the charts consistently. Great songwriter. Great. I mean, come on. She's been in the mix so long. It's like, here, why don't you have 2 doctorate's degrees? You know what I mean? She's Missy Misdemeanor. I mean, she's just done it big for the longest time. So I can see a university going, here's a doctorates in, whatever they got, get rid of doctorates. And I don't know if it's music or songwriting or, I don't know, but she has a doctorate's degree. Now there's other people who've been in the music game and claimed they had a degree or doctorate's degree and they didn't. It's just like, why would you even do that? Because you've been in the field, so you could actually go to a university and get that degree and be further along than someone who doesn't know about whatever field of study it was. In this case, music. But in this original person's case, I don't know if they got a doctorate. So music, my whole point is a lot of people are like, hey, let's get rid of doctorate's degrees because you're just handing them out, and it's a fake degree. It's like, it's not a fake degree. It all depends on who they gave it to, what university, what's the accreditations, because there's different accreditations. That's another thing people got to look at. If you're upset because somebody has a doctorate's degree, for one, look at the university, then go and look at the accreditation. And if that accreditation is backed up and is this sufficient, it's accredited university, and the study, let me say this. I was looking to get into the medical field. I actually have a degree in health administration. So my degree in health administration is from an accredited school. But when I called another university, they said, you don't have the same accreditations as this degree is if we would have gave it to you. So you have to understand that there's different accreditations. Now, it doesn't say that mine is invalid because it's very, very valid. There's a lot of, people who went to this school. It's just that their accreditation was different than mine. Now there are some people who go to schools and there's no accreditation. I don't know why you would do that. Why would you go to a non-accredited college? I don't know. But it happens. And then you have like the nursing field. You have nurses who go to certain universities, which I won't mention. And these universities are, they don't have the same LI Med, accreditations as in, other universities. And it's just like, okay, so when an employer sees that, they go, well, you got this, but you're going to need this and able to do this. So that's what I'm saying. If you people are upset because somebody's gotten you know, a doctorate, dip into it. Don't just scan over it and be salty about it. I mean, if you really feel some kind of way, bring some good knowledge about it. Because there are fake degrees. A lot of people all over the world handing out fake degrees, and then when people get into the field, you find out they don't know anything. And they haven't done any internships. They don't have anything. They just have this degree, and then it's, willy nilly. So you find out real quick when they get into the field. But if somebody is, fresh out of school and they show up at a, internship or some type of job, and that it's incumbent upon that job to look into that person's what they're saying, what's on their resume, look into their accreditation. And when they find out that their degree is bogus, then they're just like, no, we're not going to hire you, and file 13 just like that. But like I'm saying, there's also some people that don't get hired for jobs because you have the wrong accreditation. Doesn't mean that you don't have one. It's just that it's wrong. So I just wanted to bring that point up. And big ups to these people who are getting their doctorate degree the right way. Like I said, I like the classroom experience. I like dipping into the whys and the wherefore. I want to hear from the teachers and, have discussions with them. But I also like the fact that people went out there and, just dipped into it. And this is what they've been doing. And then people recognize their effort and go, hey, you deserve this, and if it's fair and square, if it's boom, right on the money, then, there it is. And lastly, there's an African man who, who used another African man's name, and he said, hey, I'm a lawyer. So he started seeing cases and and finds out that this man has won every single case that he's had. He has like 35. He's won all of them. Then the real person who actually went to school and is actually the lawyer said, hey, this is my name. This guy did not go to university, as they say, and he's not a lawyer whatsoever. And once they bust this guy, they go, but you know what? This guy won all of his cases. So now what do we have? We have somebody who knows the law, who's able to practice the law, even though he's absconded with somebody else's name. He's good at what he does. What do we do? Do we say, hey, go to college, pay all this money, this, that, and the third, get your JD and yada, yada, yada? Or do we say, you know what, you earned it. Boom, there it is. So that's a question under you guys. All right, I'm out.